is Max Rands, and this is Pony Express News. In our first video, we're going to talk about the up-and-coming political election. Now, maybe you're a Democrat, or maybe you're a Republican, or possibly you don't support either of the parties. But in this video, we're going to give you a pretty thorough understanding of what the two parties are, who's running, and what they both stand for. And now we go live to the field with our reporter, Amy Evans.
Do you know who you're voting for yet?
I don't know yet.
Do you know a lot about their policies, or have you kept up with their information?
Honestly, no. I watched the debate last week for econ, though. So
Gotcha. What were your opinions about that?
It was okay. A little boring, to be honest. Don't really pay too much attention, but I had to. So, you know, I learned some things.
That's good. Do you think your parents will influence who you're going to vote for at all?
Probably. I think all parents are going to influence you a little, because you ask them, like, what are you doing? What do you think?
Right.
They'll probably influence me.
Now, I'm sure you're familiar with the two main presidential candidates, Republican Mitt Romney and Democrat Barack Obama. But you may not be so familiar with the other presidential candidates, such as Independent Gary Johnson and Green Party Representative Jill Stein.
So I'm here with Mr. Sipple, the government teacher, and we are going to talk about the political candidates and their platforms. So what do you think are the main platforms that are the strongest for each candidate?
Well, we've heard a lot about that 47% comment that candidate Romney made to a bunch of supporters quite a while ago, trying to elicit financial support. I think that kind of speaks to the idea that he believes that government's primary purpose should be to stay out of the way. To stay out of the way of business. We hear a lot about deregulation, that we have all these strict regulations on businesses. Corporate taxes are too high, that takes money away from businesses. That we have to free up business to invest. We know they're sitting on large amounts of capital right now, but according to him, the Health Care Act that passed recently, the Affordable Care Act, the increased regulation is keeping those businesses from unleashing that money, which would lead to more jobs and things along those lines. We hear from President Obama, on the other hand, this is the same thing that got us into the financial collapse that hurt. We didn't have enough banking regulation, so we made loans to people who weren't really qualified for those loans. And when they couldn't pay those loans off, we had a collapse of the banking system that led to taxpayers having to provide the money. So largely when it comes to the economy, it's that Romney believes less government involvement, free up industry, free up business, and on the other hand, you've got Obama saying, no, that's exactly how we got in this mess, and we need to do more, or at least maintain the amount of oversight, the amount of regulation that we have, so that we don't evolve right back to the failed policies you'll hear him say a lot of the past.
Okay.
So, at least from an economic standpoint, that's what I see as the biggest difference. You'll hear it also in phrases we heard from the Democratic National Convention, prosperity today, or I'm sorry, opportunity today, prosperity tomorrow. Now they're talking about their education policies. Obama believes firmly that we've got to do more to give every child an educational opportunity, and that if we continue to increase opportunity today will lead to greater prosperity tomorrow. Mr. Romney, candidate Romney, says that's redistribution. That's using money from well-to-do. His 47% refers to the fact that 47% of Americans do not pay any income tax. In other words, we use income tax from 53% of Americans to provide these opportunities, he would say, to individuals that don't pay into that system. And he's trying to play on the fact that that will create dependence, those people will become less confident in themselves, and long term they'll keep taking from the government instead of giving back.
Thank you, Amy, and thank you, Mr. Stibble. Hopefully after watching this video, you have a better understanding of the political election, and if you are voting, will be better prepared to make the decision that best suits you, and in turn, your country. Thank you for watching.